Hello, and thanks for having me here. When Robert invited me to be here and told me I had 5 minutes to share my vision of a better Ottawa, part of me thought there's absolutely no way to do that in 5 minutes. Then I thought of where we are in this infographic and what we're facing in the years ahead and what action we've taken to date in realizing that 5 minutes might be, metaphorically, all we have. And then I thought of the crises and emergency declarations our City Council has approved in the last few years, and how petty politics has meant performative actions on housing, climate, and transit that have had little or no effect in moving the needle, and what we, as citizens, need to do more to see change happen. And I don't want to be negative about this, because there is change coming. Architects Declare, and many other organizations, have signed on to support change. So I thought, how can I share my ideas for the Ottawa I want to see? I thought, well, I could just share a copy of some of the articles I've written, like the one about the Alexander Bridge, and how PSPC plans to demolish it without a climate impact assessment, simply because it's rusting because of salt from cars, when we know the real answer is to keep it for active transportation rather than replace it with a new bridge to add more traffic, and presumably more truck traffic, to the heart of the city. I thought about how we need to be a city for people and a city for the world, and more than just a bland place for convoy protesters to take over at will, and that our multi-tiered governments lack vision, that our goals are too timid, and we don't have an overarching vision for where we want to be in 5, 10, or 50 years. I thought about how we need new bridges to integrate communities on both sides of the river and get truck traffic out of the downtown. I thought about how even our inner city bridges are bland and boring and fail to seize the opportunity to deliver a better quality of life by improving our infrastructure. I thought about our need to be able to have fun in our city and find the joy that comes with being able to relax, have fun, enjoy a beer or a snack in one of our great parks or beaches. I thought about our need to embrace beauty, art, and celebrate the craft of creating great places for people, along with our heritage. I thought about the types of buildings we create and the tension between politics and money and development, and how we could choose to incentivize the development we do want, and how we miss opportunities to do something better, even when we follow our own rules. I thought about the value of investing in electric buses while our buildings crumble, and we miss the opportunity to invest generationally in buildings that can sit there for decades, quietly not moving and not using energy, and how those same buildings were built at a time when we valued social infrastructure and built great things for their generational impact. I thought about how transit is essential to our city, to our budget, and to our goals, and what it means to invest in one unsustainable, expensive P3 after another, spreading sprawl further while pretending that this is climate action and somehow good for the city in the long run. But I realized I can't spend 5 minutes running through every one of the 100 or more articles and blogs I've written over the last few years. I need us to be hopeful and excited for our future, and besides, they're all on the Architects DCA website, and if you're really interested, you can read them and share them from there. So what I need us as a city to realize is that there's one thing that ties all this together, that what connects the dots is architecture, and by that I mean more than just the stuff that I stamp, but all of it, the entirety of the built environment, the policies and processes that decide what, where, and how we build and who we build it for. That we are a city for people, a community that is about more than just parking, paving, and pipes. That we are a city of places, of parks, of people with a rich history stretching back thousands of years. A city of national and international importance, but also home to people who live, breathe, and aspire towards a better tomorrow. That constantly showing a map to demonstrate how huge our city is a chance to realize we're an ecosystem. And I mean that more than in a strictly ecological sense, but in a social sense. We are a community, and everything we do is connected. Imagine if we combine the cultures, history, and richness of Calgary, Edmonton, Toronto, Vancouver, and Montreal. That when we make decisions about our budget, our funding for our police department, our transit, our roads, and our bike lanes, our housing, our environment, our planning, that these things are all connected. And what connects them is decisions we make about our built environment. When we choose to spend money in one area, be it roads, police, or a P3, we're taking money from parks, housing, and social services that we all need, and that our cost to operate this enormous city goes up. We could choose to enact the regulations and intent of the 2015 Jobs for Prosperity Act and make quality of design at the forefront of our decision-making via our own policies, bylaws, and acts. We could return a sense of beauty, grace, and cohesive design with integrated, holistic infrastructure planning to our communities. We could choose to take a better path to hiring, valuing design and quality over cheap, disposable, and boring. So my wish, my ask, my hope for Ottawa is that we realize how these things are connected and enact good policy to make better decisions. We could choose to embrace an architecture policy that connects the dots. We could choose to do that at a municipal level and lead a wave of change. We could choose to reform procurement models so that we get good value, not cheap fees. We could choose to do better than save a penny today and spend $1 tomorrow. We could choose creativity, innovation, and ideas that put us on the map and make us the world-class city we say we want to be. So to sum this up in one ask those running for council if it makes a difference to them that integrated, holistic design can tackle climate change, affect our quality of life, deliver better, transformative social outcomes, and save money. Ask them if architecture matters. Ask them what they're going to do about it if elected, and then volunteer, support, and vote for candidates that do. Thank you.